Good evening, brothers, sisters, and gender norm resistors. It's time for some more of the Outer Worlds 2 with me, your host, Ollamh. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Yes, we're back in it. We have made the first of a couple of big decisions. One of which the first real big decision we made is we are siding with Car. We are going to take down the Automechanical repair center, the ARC. Now we've still got a few things here and there to do around the world, a few quests that we still have and stuff like that. But with all that said, let's jump into the game, shall we? So we do still have those 2 points left over from yesterday. And our guns and our lockpicking are pretty good for our level. I think our engineering isn't bad. I think we're going to pump more in. Our speech is good. I think we're going to pump more into hack. So, yeah, we're going to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different things that we're kind of working on. Which means we're not going to be able to get up to 20. But we should be able to get up pretty decent. We're going to go ahead and dump those in. We will want to apply one into observation before long so that we can get the skill perk of sharpshooter and trick shot and stuff like that. Oh, somebody wants to talk to us? Who wants to talk to us?
Vara, you owe me a sparring session. Get your gloves and warm up.
What? Again? I don't suppose you'd accept a doctor's note from Val.
Come on. I already promised I won't throw elbows this time. Where's your fighting spirit?
Must have had it knocked clean out of me. In fact, why don't I go look for it now?
Ain't gonna climb the corporate ladder with that attitude. You could just learn to duck, you know.
All right, you want to talk to us.
Seems you've been scouted by Fairfield's finest to assist our efforts in the war. You know, since the ceasefire will inevitably fail. If you do, it'll be great for the folk here. And great for my resume, if I'm honest. Few bullet points like that, maybe it'll be enough to win me a spot on a higher rung. And you? If you help, what are you getting out of this?
Look, I'm only one, is it so wrong to have an ulterior motives? You're doing this for your career advancement.
You want to play it that way? All right. See, Val helpfully filled me in on your own predicament. Hunting down a fellow agent, huh? I thought you folk were all about nobility, duty, camaraderie above all. Were you one of Auntie's? I tell you just to shake the ladder hard while your traitor is climbing up, and enjoy the show when she tumbles down. What recourse do you actually have?
Nothing official. Seems no, we're going rough. I'm my authority, my recourse. A bullet to the gray matter usually works.
Ain't that the truth? Though it says a lot that you don't have faith in your own institution to see justice done. Ain't had many dealings with the Earth Directorate. You and Ibarra are the first agents I ever met, in fact. But you get things done. I trust you. As for
Thank you.
Ibarra, verdict's still out. He insults Auntie's choice a mite too much for my liking. But that's the Earth Directorate's company policy, ain't it?
Kind of. Hey, it's our job to keep corruption in check. That goes for all corporations.
No, not all. Look, I'm sorry. I ain't intending to get into any grievances here. Let's just say I'm a little dubious about the whole keeping corporations and corrupt governments in check thing. Ain't seen evidence of it yet. But maybe you're liable to prove me wrong. Anyhow, reckon we should keep moving.
All right. Not up there. This way. We need to go out and around. We haven't really been into Westfield. Or Westview, or whatever it is. So maybe we should check that out. Who knows? Maybe we'll find the guy that we're looking for, the tech. Mitch, you want to talk again?
I can feel my senses sharpening. Teeth, too. Also, my appetite. I'd say this officially puts me back in full fighting form. If you ever thought I might slow you down, you can give those fears a kiss goodnight.
Glad to hear you're feeling better.
I appreciate that, Commander. I got a good feeling about this partnership of ours. Just want to reiterate
Alright,
that
why
I'll
are
make
you
good on my
dropping
end of the deal.
frames now?
I plan on proving my worth to you and to Auntie, no matter what it takes.
You don't have anything to prove, not to me or anyone else.
Well, then I guess I ought to open the eyes of those who don't quite see it that way yet. I appreciate you hearing me out. We should move on.
All right, let's check our settings real quick and make sure nothing's reset. No? Let's bump this down to a 45. All right. Now again, we're like, yeah, we're losing frames. Wait, why is that? Oh, god damn it. Are you kidding me? I didn't change that. God damn it. What the fuck? Why are you resetting that? Ah. All right. So yeah, we have it Westport. That's what it is. Westport is where we need to go. All right, let's head to Westport, see what's hanging out there. See what's...
From the lowliest subject to the most exalted vigilant. We must all fulfill our duty to the Protectorate.
I don't know if we can even get in here without...
Huh. Well, at least it's not shooting the water anymore.
Because she recognized it as the perfect ecosystem. The native flora
The matriarch and sovereign chose Eden, the perfect
and rich
ecotope, as our home, and devised the paradigm as...
complex.
Glad the
we
wireless
are-
told me that I'm happy and everything's splendid. I was tempted to feel sad after the ocean flooded my house.
Sovereign devised the paradigm, a meticulously designed marvel where, if each of us does our part, this is glorious bounty.
Hello? Used for duty authorized personnel only. Interference with okay. Oh, that's what we can change in order to try and get better, in order to try and get people to work with anti-Cleo better.
The system abides, but now, more than ever,
I inhaled so much dust and debris during the attack.
keep doing your
Still hurts.
All right, let's pick up some bits.
Prudence dictates that we watch our neighbors, but I may just invite them over to the
Greg on a string.
So yeah, I think we were looking for a Magnus.
Are you mentally refreshed?
I don't know. Am I?
I was sad for a moment because my house got submerged in the flooding. Then the wireless told me everything was splendid. Now I feel much better.
Recreant locality. Record
You
states
guys are just like...
all inhabitants are declared treasonous due to insufficient zeal in defense against seizure, sabotage, and
Trust the plan, preserve sound operates, stay in the system.
All right, let's take a look at the computer here. Maintenance report. That's probably doing it. There we go. Let's try clipping that off and see if that should improve things quite a bit, I think. All right. System water supply exceeds maximum standards of probability. Subjects may drink, bathe, recreate, and irrigate without care or restraint. Glory to the sovereign. Momentary contaminated. The seawall breached. The cistern is contaminated with elevated levels of salinity. Although currently overwhelmed, the purifiers will compensate without question. The system abides in all things, and soon the reservoir will run clean again. Not today, though. Till purification system rights itself, bottled beverages remain prudent option for health and hydration. Only days after the seawall breach, the water desalination purification system has returned to pre-invasion levels of efficiency. Reservoir quality is approaching semi-potability, suitable for irrigation and bathing spritz. This recovery of the purification system was never in doubt. In case of events righting themselves, the system truly does abide. Okay, so I can unlock that. The door to the water purification has been unbarred. Please watch your step. Okay, I don't know if I should be going down here or not, but all right. Just clear this out. I kind of want to go down and check and see if if everything's all right. Examine. Intended for drinking water, cooking, introducing foreign contaminants is strictly forbidden. Wait, I would... Oh, so I could actually, like, poison their water. I don't want to do that. I don't want to hurt these people. It's not their fault that they're brainwashed, and I'm not going to help Auntie Cleo, like, you know, brainwash them even further. Or brainwash them just in a different direction. That's not cool. I'm not going to, like, poison them in order to try and be like, hey, yeah, so... It looks like this might be a commissary of some sort. Curative row.
Right now, the Paradigm needs our houses underwater.
Well, it's infected.
Hopefully it'll need them
Redstone
dry
arrives
again
soon. We'll
someday,
have to
but
start
until
cutting.
then, it's a short swing.
You walked
Wait,
in here
meds?
under your own steam and appear reasonably free of cuts, burns, or weeping lesions. So, I assume you're presently devoid of mortiferous injuries. Good. Because we've got more of that than we can handle.
What happened here?
You haven't heard? When Antes invaded, they broke the seawall. Flooded nearly half the town below, where most of the domiciles were. A number of our subjects drowned. Others got concussed, or even crushed. A few were electrocuted or exposed to caustics. Took a while for our water purifier to catch up, so some drank tainted water, which is not good for you at all. I'm glad it's working again.
Damn shame.
All right.
Best of luck.
Well, don't let me keep you.
So, right, they are... iPad mechanical... All right, we do have enough for compact rounds. That got us some extra scrap metal. Designated light revolver. Key card for the broadcast facility. Oh. Well, hey. You get in there officially now. What is upstairs? Let's just check around here real quick. I mean, nothing that I'm taking... Oh, okay. That is a tough door. They just threw away some bits? Really? Okay, so that door's not openable. This one requires vigilant personal... Okay.
Greetings.
Hi.
It is my esteemed pleasure to welcome you to Westport, once a shining testament to Protectorate excellence, now a picturesque example of the evils of corporatism. But where are my manners? We do not have much, but please let me offer you some victuals. Tut. I insist. Serving Unit 1. Something for the visitor at once?
Affirmative.
Perhaps you're wondering why I'd open my arms thusly for a stranger. Simply,
Yeah, kind of.
as the guiding light for humankind, we always put our best foot forward, regardless of circumstance.
Westport looks in pretty bad shape. Anything I can do to
believe
help?
something still can be done. This town can be saved, its people given a reprieve. Were we to acquire the one thing vital to our existence: Automech parts. What?
Comestibles served.
That's a raw sprat.
We of the Protectorate pride ourselves on our mech programming. Among the vigilant, it is even considered something of a sport. We are not miracle workers, however. Without parts to work with, we've no hope of remaking our mechs to do tasks beyond their initial functions. We need repair mechs, domestic mechs, not combat ones. Serving Unit 1 here is about as much as can be accomplished without replacement parts.
Right. It would only take a few variable gears and essential motivators to serve your purposes.
We are of like minds. We lack not the skill to do so. Our wily chief mechanist can reprogram the mech, but not without parts. Unfortunately, we lack ready availability of said parts.
Did you mention the exact reason you needed a reprieve?
Oh, you failed to hear the loudspeakers on the way in? The announcements were obliged to repeat incessantly. Well, allow me to paraphrase. Protectorate law finds us guilty of treason on account of letting Westport fall prey to Auntie's choice saboteurs.
Such a judgment seems unnecessarily cruel.
These fine and decent folk don't deserve having their lives thrown away on account of my failures. If I can return the settlement to a reasonable facsimile of its previous glory, sufficiently functioning by employing mechs reprogrammed to repair and rebuild, the arbiters might see fit to penalize only me, commute the others' sentences, allow them to maintain things around here in the spirit of continuity and such.
Half the town is presently underwater. No getting around
Hence
that.
my use of the term reasonable facsimile. I owe it to every single person here to try.
If you require assistance, let's negotiate my fee.
What sort of payment do you seek? Don't imagine we have much you need.
You have an intimate knowledge of the Vox station's workings, correct?
Enough to lead and inspire those who work there, once at least. I was previously the ranking vigilant on this island. Why do you ask?
I'm pursuing a malefactor named Augustine DeVries. Vox relays her last known location.
Difficult place to saunter into. Station's off limits to anyone without the highest security clearance. For anyone lacking reason to be there, it's assured suicide. In exchange for the automech parts we need, I can provide you means to get inside. Never dream of such a proposal in days of reason and quietude. Yet such is the here and now we find ourselves in.
How could I say no to that? I can't, so yes.
Wonderful. My unavoidable march to the gallows feels lighter already. At least now my subjects
I don't mind helping him out a
The
bit.
parts can be found at the Euphoria Coast Automech Repair Center to the south. But do not,
Right, the
under
ARC.
any circumstances, tell those stationed there why you need them. To get inside, you will need an access pass from the Ministry of Accuracy. Since we have all been marked as traitors, I cannot create one for you here.
I already have an access pass, so I'll be off to the ARC.
Farewell now.
So, all right.
Welcome back.
Yeah, you are just very... Okay, your mech is gonna keep an eye on us, I see. All right, so now we have 2 reasons to go to the ARC. Boneless sprat. Well, I mean, you know, less of a choking hazard. That like a rotisserie chicken? Tribute pancake.
Suffering. Poor dears didn't have the firm, benevolent hand of the sovereign.
Wow, this place is packed with people. I'm just gonna take all your food. You don't need it.
Well at night. Work isn't strenuous or stressful. Food is nutritious and plentiful.
I had a nightmare that the matriarch didn't gift us the paradigm. And we were left to scramble for purpose and profit like Auntie's workers.
Almost missed the routine certitude of my assignment. Visitors, huh? Just meandering about, free of any appointed minder? Not so sure I ought to be speaking with you. If you need someone to talk to hereabouts, I suggest you seek out Vigilant Hogarth. That tall, stately building back yonder is his domicile.
He was very welcoming, in
Oh,
fact.
glad to hear. Probably sprung an important task on you afterwards, I'd wager. I mentioned to the Vigilant how I'd reset my chef mech to prepare meals to my liking. Next thing you know, he puts me in charge of repairing all the mechs in Westport.
Well, yeah. Mech repair, isn't it?
I mean, sure. All the underlying logic's the same if you mull it over. I've been trained to run them big algae processing units, which are a fair amount more complex. It's just... subjects are expected to mind their assigned area and particular forte. So I was a mite taken aback. But I am happy to help the system abide any way I am able.
What's your take on Vigilant Hogarth?
I think he's bearing up admirably given recent events. Which, of course, are completely fine. And we are all in no way concerned about. The system being resilient and all. Hogarth's reliable as the Arcadian sun. I mean, I know it'll burn out in about 12 billion years and all, but considering our meager lifespan, that's plenty dependable enough for me. Not to indulge in idle talk, but things have been different around here of late. Not at all overwhelmed or terrified of dying, though, of course. The system abides.
What exactly is involved in reprogramming?
Well, mechs do all the heavy work for us in the Protectorate. Just like each of us, each type of mech has their assigned specialty. Takes a little doing, but you can readjust them. The combat mech can be reconfigured to oversee comestible distribution, for instance. Or mine or harvest crops. All you need is the know-how to retool their subroutines. And the right parts. Plenty of parts. Granted, reprogram mechs are never as efficient as those specially made for a role, but they get by, eventually, after a fashion.
Must be hard keeping this place running.
Much to do, truly. Toughest challenge now is upkeep of key apparatus. If that generator goes, for instance, doubt I have means to fix it. We lose power to charge our mechs, this place is done for. Final nail in the coffin, or similarly minded metaphor of your choosing. Not that the paradigm would allow that, of course.
Of course. Any thoughts on the other residents of Westport?
Curativist Row is a fine sword. Pillar of our community. Might impatient, sure, but with how busy she is, we'd all do well to respect her time. Watch out for that wine-trot fellow. Talk your ear off if you let him. Kinda lonesome, but doesn't let anybody near his place for some reason. Even before the flooding. Everybody else? Decent enough, I guess.
Right. Windstrom.
Outsider.
Community, purpose, time for recreation. We sleep well at night.
Simply saying I'd rest easier if you'd been assigned to it. Originally. That generator goes, this town's finished.
We have everything we need. Prudence dictates we take a moment to rightly appreciate it all.
I could always use more bypass shuns, thank you.
You are the raw material for perfection. From the lowliest subject to the most exalted vigilant,
Everything, literally everything I own is underwater. What do you mean? Everything we have belongs to the Sovereign. We own nothing. But surely the Protectorate will provide anything you need.
Of course they will. Doubt is a tool of the enemy.
The pleasant atmosphere and rich natural resources represent a fascinatingly complex ecological network.
Appeared right out of the aether. Just
Whoa,
as I
why
imagine
is
our
your-
proud sentinels do. Like,
What's up with
here
your
I am, your innermost
lips?
thoughts are known to me, and nobody once hears from you again. Caught me reciting passages from a beacon to the cosmos, illustrating my steadfast fidelity. All subjects prosper under the guidance of our beneficent ruler, the Sovereign. That part always hits me directly. To quote my personal log, an essential passage, rightful and true. Charlton Weintrott.
Or the base individualists within Auntie's choice. Though don't
No need for all that, Carlton. I know your brand loyalty lies with Auntie Cleo's. Dang.
Why, that's wonderful. I'm actually quite relieved a fellow customer like yourself somehow saw through my carefully maintained act. Others in Westport fail to perceive my true nature.
Your lips are
hardly
purple
one
from
of the
Purpleberry,
herd
dude.
around here. A reference you'll no doubt recognize from those keen Auntie's Choice commercials.
Of course, an advertisement for Purpleberry Crunch are especially stirring.
The same ones I immoderately reference. You likely guessed their influence right off, what with my assertive attitude and all. I laugh at danger. I hand make my own luck. That character is a revelation. You and I are just like him. Get up and go-getters. Say, did Auntie's Choice send you here? Don't fret. I am exceedingly skilled at keeping secrets.
Against seizure, sabotage, and/or manipulative indoctrinatory falsity.
I am deeply involved in all manner of clandestine
How I've
efforts.
waited to hear those words. Anything I might help with at present?
Nothing to report right now, but I'll keep you informed as circumstances develop.
Of course. Toodaloo.
pinnacle of social order. Why? Because the matriarch herself.
So I just
designed
remembered we do need to head back to a shop and buy some. We need to buy ammo. We need ammo. We are in dire need of ammo.
Auntie's Choice is the proud maker of Spacer's Jaw, Zero G Brew, and Auntie.
I'm trying not to fret about these rifts so much. Maybe they ain't so off. You ever ponder if they take you someplace?
A lot of fresh blood in the talent pool around here with these Protectorate defectors. Not sure how I feel about that, except that I hate it.
Wait, so there is somebody here, but they're down here? Oh, it's just a sprat. I find it really weird that we can't like put our weapon away. All right. Let me see here. So short rounds. Yeah, I'll buy 500 of those. Do you have any? Ooh. We'll buy those. Smoke grenade in the form of a moon man. Bypass shunts, biomass grenades, shells, shock rounds, compact rounds. Yes, that's what else I needed. All right. So that will enable us to say take the pistol again and the silenced repeating rifle. Freedom of choice, anti-choice. That sounds a little confusing. All right, so we should be able to get into, we should be able to get into the, we should be able to go south here and go and get into the Ark without any problems, it sounds like. Like, they shouldn't have any issues with us just rocking up there and being like, hey, yo, here's my credentials. Let us in.
Must be at least a few useful parts in here. Uh-huh. Ah, it's warped. Just like everything else.
Raft's back in business. Emergency protocols ready.
Grief. All right, wasn't expecting the second wave, but whatever. What were these poor slobs doing down here? Blast-proof defenses. Sounds good. Energy canister.
Once we arrive at the Automech facility, we'll unload and begin cataloging the state of the various Automechs.
Are you recording the drive? Cadet, I do not believe this is what the sergeant intended by documenting the process. Here, allow me to handle it. Now where's the off switch? Boyd, we're being bombed! Disembark! Lose formation to the beach, double time! We can take shelter in the rocks! Praise the Sovereign. We made it. Halt! Everyone quiet. What's that clacking noise? Oh shit! Crabbles! Form defensive perimeter type 14A!
Yeah, I don't think 14A was the right choice. Right, so we'll go ahead and do a quick save here. Actually, you know what? We're going to do a full save.
Who goes there? By orders of
Me.
Marshal Donaldson, no one comes or goes to the Automech Repair Center without approval. What's your business here?
Step aside. I'm approved for to enter.
Now you've done it. Slowing down a ranking Protectorate official is worth 10, 20 demerits if you're lucky.
All right, let's not lose our heads over a simple misunderstanding. You're free to pass. Marshal Donaldson likes to greet new arrivals personally. We'll let him know you're inbound, so no one shoots on sight. Oh, and fair warning, Watch out for Zeranium gas. We sprung a leak.
Sounds serious. Is everyone all right?
Nothing too bad. Aside from the headaches, nightmares, missing teeth, and headaches. One more thing. Don't cause any trouble around these parts. Donaldson runs a tight ship and has zero tolerance for lawbreakers.
All right, so now we are approved to enter. All right, so coast right. Okay.
All that matters is getting these Automechs to the Vox relay station.
But Marshal, we must adhere to decontamination procedures.
All right, so we want to get some parts and then sabotage everything. That's malfunctioning. That's malfunctioning like shit.
What brings you to this fine establishment?
Cut a piece of shrapnel during the attack. What about you?
Zeranium poisoning. Only a mild case, but the doctors are withholding treatment to study my symptoms.
Sovereign's mercy. How do you feel?
Downright paralyzed is how I feel. Sick, wind-tied, nauseous with a courage, chronic.
Outer chassis sealant test number 14 is confirmed a failure. Zeranium exposure rate appears to be unaffected. Test model displayed standard overload-induced paralysis, then became atypically aggressive. Forced to terminate test model in self-defense.
I mean, liquid Zeranium. All right, fine. That stuff's all over the place. That's right. I don't want any flaws.
Give me a sec. Almost done with this work list. Another sealant failure, amplifier requisition, and 2 more cases of Zeranium exposure. We're a mite bit busy these days.
Earlier, was that you arguing with the local marshal?
I'm afraid so, and you were wise not to get involved. The Marshal is under a lot of pressure to deliver Automechs to the Vox relay station, but I'm responsible for their quality control. If even a single Automech steps out of line, it will be the end of me.
What's the worst that could happen? I mean...
Zeranium corrupted Automechs open fire on Protectorate soldiers, and I end up in the darkest bowels of mental refreshment.
Oh.
Oh is right. The Marshal is a good man.
but he values speed while I value
Well.
accuracy. Neither of us is wrong, but in this case, we both can't be right.
I'm looking for some Automech parts. Any idea where they'd be? Where can I buy
You
some
want to see the
supplies?
quartermaster. She's right next to the gate you entered through. Under the marshal's office, she'll only be able to sell you our surplus, but you might find some of it useful. Hazel should get you sorted right quick, assuming she has the parts. She's right between the barracks and the main gate. Can't miss her.
Right, okay, so... Experiment log X94. I've managed to consolidate the waveforms down to a point where it can be generated by a handheld device. But I need something to project the field using it. One enterprising fellow suggested that the catalytic amplifiers used in Dragoon Automechs might serve. And the idea has merit. I'll speak to the marshal about it in the morning. Note to self, one of the Automechs wandered into my lab, picked up a crate of supplies, couldn't decide where to set them down again, and just gave up. Later, I felt a vibration so hard that dust shook down from the ceiling. Must keep an eye on their behavior. I'm surprised everybody has these auto docks just sitting around. Like, I guess here it kind of makes sense.
Oh,
Hello?
yes, I adore interruptions. I was just saying, what's best for stoking the spark of invention? Regular disruptions to one's train of thought. Now, what is it you want?
No need to be a bitch.
Oh, we'll get to that presently. Now tell me, are you familiar with Zeranium gas?
You mean those clouds of fumes that hang around the hangar
One and
outside?
the same. That building took the brunt of the damage during a recent attack, and now it's spewing valuable Zeranium all over the place. I could speak at length about Zeranium's many captivating intrinsic qualities, but suffice it to say, in its gaseous state, it's rather deadly. So what am I endeavoring to create? A protective device that shields its wearer from Zeranium's remarkably unsavory effects, as well as other forms of harm.
Sounds like something useful. How's that coming?
Quite splendidly, if I do say so myself. The principal function of the device is confirmed operational. I merely need to work out some minor implementation concerns. Alas, while I'm occupied with inventing this shield gadget, I also find myself in need of assistance regarding its key components.
Well, I'm willing to help a hand if you need a hand.
Good, good, wonderful. As an added incentive, I'll allow you to keep one of the prototypes once the work is finished, so you be
Sounds
sure
good
to
to
give it
me.
your all. Now here, you'll need this apparatus. It's for collecting stray Zeranium effluvium. Gas, that is. My supply is running low from all the iterative testing I've been performing. Merely activate the device once it's inside a Zeranium cloud, the one around the main hangar specifically. Try to avoid any fields of dense Zeranium, or death is all but assured. Any questions?
Does this gas need to be from the hangar? Wouldn't any Zeranium gas do?
Normally, yes, but on the off chance that environmental exposure has altered the gas here in any way, I'll want to work with local samples. Ideally, the resulting shielding will protect against any gas, but since it's of utmost importance that it work on the gas here, I'll be calibrating against that.
So this is dangerous. I'm in danger?
Well, of course, obviously. To that end, I'd suggest choosing a cloud of lesser density for your collection efforts. Lower chance of near-instant death that way. If you suffer prolonged exposure, assuming you survive, see our local medical officer next door. She is highly preoccupied by the treatment of Zeranium-related maladies. I believe that covers all the necessary education for this particular assignment. Oh, so exhilarating to have a new subordinate. I look forward to thoroughly scrutinizing your work. Now, shoo-shoo! Off with you now! Gather those samples! Shoo!
Okay. You are one weird, weird woman. Alright, so between the barracks... quartermaster.
Oh, unfamiliar clientele. I was just lamenting the lack of new faces around here since supplies stopped arriving. And then you walk in. Name's Hazel. I'm sort of the acting quartermaster around these parts. You need any supplies? Talk to my friend the quartermech here.
I'm looking for parts to reprogram combat mechs. Have anything like that?
You'd think that a fully stocked automechanical repair center would have automech parts.
Right.
And 9 times out of 10, you'd be spot on. Trouble is, a bunch of supplies went missing recently, right around the time the quartermech completed a routine inventory.
Has quartermech been acting unusual lately?
As a matter of fact, yes. Recently, when the crates by the wall got too high, it began stacking supplies on the catwalk above.
Protectorate Automechanicals feature advanced construction but low adaptability. Fall-throughs in its logic assembly would likely lead it to interpret its programming literally.
Logic can be a funny thing, you understand. One misstep can have the most peculiar results.
Could it also be the effects of Zeranium contamination?
Doubtful. Zeranium affects their aggression in targeting subroutines. Basic instructions would still be functional. Quartermech is my responsibility. Claim whatever parts you require from the missing supplies, and we'll call the matter settled. Delphinia's lab would be the place to search. We use it for storage, and our records indicate the supplies were present and accounted for. Are you acquainted with Delphinia? She's a scientist on loan from the Vox Relay, helping with the Zeranium leak and all.
We've met. She's very absorbed in her work.
As she ought to be. Donaldson needs to get this facility back in working order. Otherwise, we're all bound for mental refreshment. On that happy thought, best of luck in your search. Do let me know if you need anything.
Okay, so... We know that it was moving stuff around in her science area. But she says that there was like this loud thud that shook dust off the ceiling, which is odd. That indicates that it was something heavy was put potentially up on the roof. Lotomech is out of order. There's an obvious sign of what could have... There's no... Okay. Inspect the damage. Nothing about the damage seems significant. You speculate that a metal object of equal or greater weight must have been involved. Placement parts. I was gonna say, yeah, it's like once I thought about it, it's like, okay. once I thought about it, and it's like, okay, so yeah, they were put over here most definitely, and yep. It's, oh hey, the loud thud, it's like, oh okay, yeah. That's just a I found your missing parts.
Glad to have you back. Need something? Or just here to talk?
Found the automech parts. They're on top of Delphinia's lab.
The roof! How could I have missed that? In retrospect, the problem is glaringly obvious. The quartermech couldn't figure out where to stack boxes on the x-axis, so it defaulted to the y-axis.
Yeah?
I'll have that tinkered on shortly. And you're welcome to keep the automech parts, of course. Thanks for solving my little mystery.
Can I buy supplies from you?
I really need someone else to test this thing. Tell you what, if you give it a go and have any trouble, I'll be happy to get you sorted.
All right.
Ambient Zeranium levels are higher than average, but within acceptable ranges. State your business.
Let me see what you have for sale.
Should be perfectly visible already.
Sorry, it tends to take things too literally. Maybe try phrasing the request differently.
Lull detected. Conversational status uncomfortable.
Initiate commerce.
Does that one compute, big guy?
Affirmative. Initiating commerce is one of this unit's default commands. Initiating commerce.
All right, so we have the Zeronator, Zeranium-infused rounds, advanced decryption key. We have a hover drone, a pet for your ship, automatically sent to your kennel upon purchase. Repeating rifle, shock barrel. Okay, these are like, these are our parts that we can get. Okay. All right, I should probably buy that. We should probably also go to sell and sell like some of our excess stuff that we're not really going to need. Like we don't need 2 triple barrel shotguns. The trip blade, I'm not really going to use that. I don't think. Long rounds. Light can we sort by... Yeah, sort by name. Okay, so we've got 2 light rifles. Or revolvers, rather. We can sell one of those. Machine pistol, repeating rifle, repeating rifle, repeating rifle, repeating rifle. Shock machine gun, the sentry blade. Tri-tip we can get rid of. Designator triple tracing unit. All right. All right, let's go back to buy. So we can buy those 2 now. No problem. We could buy the hover drone. I don't know what pets do, though. You know what? We'll buy it. What the hell? Alright, so the cloud that we need to get is back in here.
Commander, I think this stuff is eating my lungs from the inside.
Yeah, well... So, what type of thing is it that we need to use? All right, let's take a look at the journal and say... She gave you an instrument to... All right. Okay, cool. What is the instrument, though? What do we do with the... All right, let's see here. Resources... Collectibles, quest items. Right, we have a grizzly severed arm. All right, I'm gonna save and see if we can't... All right, there we go.
My little minion. I trust you've made progress in your tasks.
I'm not your minion. I've collected the sand.
What did I tell you? Perfectly safe. Either that or you tolerate Zeranium poisoning like a champ. Good for you. Should you suffer from any lingering symptoms of contamination, visit the medical center and they'll get you squared away. Now, on to business. The device already generates a field exactly as specified, albeit on a very small scale. Still, progress is progress. What's needed now is something to help extend and shape the field around the user.
Right. Catalytic amplifier should do the trick, I think.
Capital deduction. Where have you been all my career? You'll be pleased to learn there's one right here at the facility, in the Dragoon that's patrolling just outside.
I'm guessing the locals weren't keen on parting with such a rare component.
You guessed correctly. Our chief mechanist was rather hostile to the idea. So you may have trouble getting your hands on the catalytic amplifier.
What was the chief mechanist's problem with your request?
I'm sure he's just being cautious. Should Auntie's choice attack us, we don't want to be caught defenseless. No doubt he also seeks to retain an unspoiled automech, since the others are by now riddled with Zeranium poisoning.
All right, tell me about this Dragoon.
Dragoons are a mainstay of our military. The design has been in production for decades. I had a model of one when I was young. All children did. You must have seen the large automech patrolling the interior grounds. That is the Dragoon.
All right, I'll get your catalytic amplifier.
Should behoove you on this task.
One way or another.
Perhaps the chief mechanist will prove more receptive to your request. Failing that, be prepared to exercise creativity if needed. One last thing. The Dragoon must not be harmed. Not only would the amplifier likely be damaged, but we'd both be summarily executed, assuming we survive the firefight that ensued. Well, off you go. Shoo.
You know, you don't have to treat me like a... All right.
Yes?
Lavinia is looking for a catalytic amplifier.
She and I have been over this 100 times. Please understand, the original staff of this facility were rounded up and refreshed because they couldn't safeguard a Protectorate asset. Why should I follow their example by reducing our sole working Dragoon to a pile of unpatriotic crap? I can't. I won't.
Anti-disabled this facility. They think you're dead in the water. Prove them wrong. Well, there has to be some other way to get it, right?
If you're really so desperate, you can track down our second Dragoon. Damn thing wandered up the coast and hasn't been seen since. I've sent someone to retrieve it myself, but Dragoons are stubborn when their instructions are unclear.
Maybe
Good
I'll do
hunting.
that.
Now, if you'll excuse me, there's work to be done. If you need something, kindly make it quick. I thought I made... If you want a catalytic amplifier so badly, seek out the Lost Dragoon and take it yourself. That's a fair point. It's not as if they've come back to finish the job. Perhaps they assume
Right?
we're already beaten.
Yeah,
All right, That's
exactly.
why we get the Dragoon situated over here, so I can extract its vital organ.
Okay.
One catalytic amplifier as
That's
agreed.
going to make it better for Auntie.
I hate to lose another Dragoon, but desperate times call for desperate measures.
I trust you're not going to get in trouble over
Not
this.
a chance. Donaldson has done everything in his power to get this facility online. He can't blame me for doing the same. Be seeing you, stranger.
Like, I'm amazed that they're just like, yeah, here you go. You know, they're even calling me stranger. It's like, and they're just like, yeah, okay, here you go.
Well, any closer to obtaining the catalytic amplifier? Oh, superb! I'm almost tempted to ask how you managed it. But pressing on, just a moment to remove what I need and install it in the prototype. With this gadget, you'll be shielded against more than Zeranium, you know. Damn near everything, as long as it's charged. Now, report to Marshal Donaldson, if you please. He's rather impatient to end this crisis so he can turn his focus back to the war.
Thanks for the shield,
Don't
Doc.
thank me. Just doing my part for the sake of the paradigm, same as anyone.
Like, they really just like, yep, here you go. All right, so... Gas energy deflection apparatus is a gadget that grants you temporary shield protecting you from damage and hazards such as Zeranium. Activating the gadget applies the shield, depleting with damage taken or time spent inside of a hazard. After a duration or enough damage sustained, the shield will disable automatically. Reactivating the gadget will, while it is still active, resets the duration and the amount of time the amount of shield remaining. Okay. Okay. I thought I had the shield on. I guess not. Or I can't just like walk through that. I have to be like, I can be in a cloud of it, but that's about it. Oh, this was just another way in, wasn't it? Yeah. Alright, so there's 3 of them around. Alright, there we go. Now we need to get to... oh, in here. Alright. Intake open, flow is on. Do I need to turn the flow off? Oh hey, we can just cure ourselves of all that now. Alright, well let's take a look around here and see. Oh wow, they have 2 of them. They are like, yeah, you really need this. So I'm guessing we need to do a shut down the flow, override safety measures, perform shutdown. All right, hang on. That was not the way to go. Unless, of course, they're just like, hey, we're anybody who we don't recognize just gets shot from here on out. Which is entirely possible. Can we fast travel? We can fast travel. All right, I'm out. If I can fast travel like that, fuck it, I'm out. I ain't fucking around with this shit.
The matriarch chose Eden because she recognized it as the perfect ecosystem. The native flora and fauna, the pleasant atmosphere,
Outside.
and rich natural resources.
Do me a favor. Keep out from underfoot. And away from that generator. Need it running to power our mechs. Anyhow, what do you need?
Oh, I guess I don't need to talk to you. I need to talk to...
Empty are the lives of anti-subjects that they need to rely on consumerism to find meaning.
Hey, buddy. Have I got what you are looking for?
Even
outsider. The itinerant stranger returns.
Yes, I do. I have the
That
Automechanical.
is most excellent. Please, hand them over.
All right, now, about my
Thank you.
reward.
I know community service can be a foreign concept for those outside the Protectorate, so I hope this is ample reward for your time. I'll prepare a writ of conscription to allow you entry to the Vox Relay. While most would refuse my authorization, the sentry assigned to the gate once lived in Westport. Sentry second-class layman. Show the writ as proof I have conscripted you into my employ. Use it to press service on my behalf, and she will let you in. Once you're inside, there's something else I need you to do. Something that would save many lives.
Report them for mental refreshment post-haste. It's not just
Well, admittedly, I do abhor the loss of life.
The Vox Relay is, to my mind, a time bomb. Brigadier Montelli's lost his way. Now all manner of chaos is raging there. I've heard tell he's even resorted to extra-legal executions. Madness, I tell you. A brigadier doesn't act as judge, jury, and executioner. That's an arbiter's job. And even then, they're enforcing existing Protectorate law.
How did Montelli lose
Why,
his way?
isn't it obvious? As vigilant, I was his commander, and without my guidance, he was lost. All manner of chaos seems to be the order of the day at the station. Executions done in the service of order are an unfortunate necessity. Done at the whim of an individual, well, that's just one more depravity Antes has wrought upon us.
Throughout history, human societies were constantly out of balance. Individual
All right, so what do you want me to do about it? Kill him?
Regrettably, yes. Yes, I do. I have given the matter much thought and can see no other way around it. I may have been branded a traitor, but I remain loyal to Protectorate ideals, which he has abandoned. Brigadier Montelli is a stain on the Protectorate's good name, and every moment he remains in charge at the Vox Relay diminishes us further.
Sounds like a plan, Vigilant.
Good, good. Here is the writ. I may not survive to see what occurs, but I trust you to follow your conscience. Farewell now. Promise you'll return here if you can, to check in on my people and see how they fare.
Wait, you don't think this is gonna work, do you?
Oh, I don't doubt your abilities, but the prospects remain exceedingly poor. The facility is exceptionally well guarded, and forces there are the pinnacle of Protectorate training. Even if you succeed, it's only a matter of time before the Arbiter arrives to administer my sentence. Any chances of me avoiding my fate are quite slim, I fear. Farewell now.
Well, all right.
The matriarch chose Eden because she recognized it as
So we can just open his thing here. Oh, a little canid. It's antiseptic. It's okay, boy. I'm here with your and again, they're just like literally throwing money away. All right, hack it. I've dedicated my life to service to all who I report to and any who report to me. Some might even say I exceeded in both regards. That high command perceived in me someone who could share the burden of leadership with, while the subjects saw a superior who they could trust to guide and protect them. But now, due to the nefarious misdeeds of soulless marketeers, such days are over. I have failed to safeguard my flock, yet I must strive to guide them, and can only hope that through timely effort and self-sacrifice, I may yet see them continue unharmed and unpunished. My subjects remain good people and loyalists to a heart, even in times of great distress and hardship. Even a rare black sheep like Carlton continues to stand firm despite possessing a myriad of obvious idiosyncrasies. I take no small amount of pride in this, and considerable solace. For if I were to lose my flock to those vapid hucksters who set us upon this doleful path, I fear I would have little left to live for. Alright, there really wasn't much of anything in there. I'm kind of surprised. Alright. So we've done everything we can for this place. And again, I am not going to, I'm not going to BS and try and brainwash people into following Auntie Cleo. Like, look, if you want to go down the consumerist path, that's fine. But that should be their choice, not, you bullshitting them.
You can't spell heinous ascetic without Auntie's choice.
Can't believe
Heinous
some of those Protectorate
choice.
hull heads just couldn't see the benefit of self-betterment.
Let them simmer in their cells.
You ever find yourself with too much disposable income? I got plenty of ideas on how to dispose of it.
Stamped and signed. Officially on the payroll for another 78 days, including today.
Alright, I'm trying to remember where that guy was that was needing help with his... Yeah, here he is. Nope, sorry. All right. Access security protocols. Act target protocols. So, yeah, we can just be like, yep. Just boom. That any choice to friendly, protectorate to hostile.
Wowee, look at him go. Drones launched and no one dead. I'd say this calls for a celebratory smoke.
Some days you just manage to pull the right levers.
Yeah, it's just like my old pop used to say. Some days you eat the lever, some days the lever eats you. Wait, no, that's Raptidon. Anyway, thanks for your help. Fairfield will be a lot safer now with them drones on our side. Before you go, take these. Reckon they'll come in handy to someone of your expertise.
Oh, I bet they will. Replace the one that I used and give me a spare. Very nice. All right.
Been working at that spot of business we discussed. Easier to lead with fewer targets nibbling at your psyche. Loose your words. I'm listening.
I did what needed to be done at the repair center.
Scouts reported a plume of smoke thick and wide billowing from the facility. Sure didn't seem to be mechanical exhaust. Got more to report?
The people at the facility weren't hostile, but a little bad sabotaging them.
Though I don't understand your soft-hearted tendencies, you do good work. So I can lower myself to easing your emotional load. Anyone still living at that repair facility is safe. They'll be stuck there trying to fix the facility for the whole war. And we won't attack it, since we know it's ruined. Now, let's talk helping you. There's a bridge gating entry to the northern part of the island. You want to get to the Vox? First step is getting through it. There's an alternate path, but it's blocked by Zeranium. I'll order my troops at the forward operating base to aid you, and you'll punch through together. From there, your target's the Skycutter Tower. Seems it was recently reactivated, and by our engineers' metrics, might be useful in overloading the Vox's defenses.
I picked up a Protectorate gadget that might help get me through the Zerantium field.
Wouldn't trust the Protectorate's over-engineered perfection to cook a spratwurst. Give me the no-frills disposable quality of Auntie's choice any day. If by some miracle your contraption doesn't turn you inside out, it'd give you a much quieter route to the Vox. Much as I'd like the bridge's clearing. Once you pass to the northern end of the island and enter the Skycutter, you'll need to find the tower's power routing controls. Mayhaps you can wreak some chaos at the Vox. Step light, though. There's no Protectorate gallivanting near the tower, which, like as any, means something bloodthirsty lurks within. Stay intact.
Don't go anywhere. All right, so we can add another one to hack, and we'll go ahead and add to observation. So now we can actually get the sharpshooter, which will increase our sneak damage by 100%, 30% damage to far enemies, and a little bit less for near enemies. I mean, that, or we could go with, let's see here. We could go with Serendipitous Slayer, 10% crit chance, Deep Drums, plus 50 magazine, Gun Runner, less spread, but more movement penalty to accuracy, Trick Shot, which ricochets, or Point Blank Artist, which does the same thing as the sharpshooter, really. I will take the sharpshooter, though. Now we have Car's thing, but we don't know where Car lives. I mean, she lives like right down here by, if I remember right, I think it's down here around the ass end of. This is where the mayor lives. Well, this is Galloway's place. This should be the mayor's, right? Yeah. Minister of Marketing. Duke of blah, blah, blah. Hi, muckety muck the frick face. All right.
You just stopping by to admire the mines, or is there something I can help you with?
Sounds like you're having trouble. What's the problem?
See this system here? It deploys extreme countermeasures against overhead attacks in the form of aerial explosives, oft referred to as sky mines by those who prefer brevity. However, the whole thing
Brevity is
currently non-operational. Some problem with the lifting mechanism. No lift means no sky mines. No sky mines means the enemy can blow in like a bad sail, and we'll all be passing in our bits before you can say, gee, nice weather we're having today.
I've some passive familiarity with lift mechanisms.
Truth is, maybe I could use some help. But if you mention this conversation to anyone, I will deny it ever took place. I'll be over there if you need me. Way over there. Should clear the blast radius at that distance.
Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Right, so this needs to go. Yeah, that just needs tightened up a bit. Push that.
What in the... All right, so you got her working. Bully for you.
Don't sound so disappointed.
No, sorry, you're right. You did me, and all of Fairfield, a good turn here. Just thought I'd feel more relieved when the launcher was working again.
If feelings were logical, we'd have to call them something else.
There's just this weight in my chest won't loosen. Worry gunking up my inner workings. Protectorate could launch an attack from that Vox station anytime. What if the mines aren't enough?
You really care about Fairfield, don't you?
Why do you think I was so twisted up about the launcher? I know I can be brusque. The word unpleasant's also been bandied about before.
Yeah, I could see that. I wouldn't call you unpleasant. I might think it, but I wouldn't say it. Hey, you're just a little gruff. There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, I'm a real piece of work. Maybe that's why we worked well together. Here, managed to cobble some frags together from a damaged mine earlier. Who knows? Might get you out of a pinch one of these days. And seeing how expertly you worked, you may as well take this armor modification too. I'm sure you'll have an easier time installing it than I would.
Thanks. See you around. All right, what is this? What are these buildings? Oh. This is just an abandoned house. All right, so I want to find out where that I have this key.
I think I'm having a bad day, I just tell myself, wait till tomorrow.
So yeah, where is her? Where do you sleep, ma'am? Where is your home? What is that? Oh. What's up here? Are there any rooms or no? Just the balcony. Yeah, just the balcony, and that we can go. That we can we can go up on top of the roof. But that doesn't really do us much good. I have a key to something. So the light pistol, we can put some stuff on. It will drop down the damage done, but all right, let's see here. What do we have? The Scoundrels, Aegis. We could do Blast Footproof, which would add 50 damage to 50 resistance to explosives. Defensive Plates, just 10 defensive damage, period. Corrosive Soak, Plasma Soak, or Shock Soak. We'll put that on. Let's see here. Oh, wow. We have Cars Carres. 9. Let's see here. It has a heavy rating of 9, 10% damage resistance. Whenever you take damage in combat, any toxicity you have accrued is reduced by 1. The amount of toxicity lost scales up to 3 with your medical skill. Cost cut materials, 30% damage resistance, but 5% damage resistance is lost every time the wearer takes damage. Down to no additional bonus. Resets on combat end. All right. Peacekeeping outfit looks pretty good. %, to ignore incoming attacks when below 50% health. Zane's armor gives us 4 Directorate's best. Okay. At the one that we have right now, we have 10 extra %, 10 extra damage. All right. Yeah, we'll stick with that. So if we take a look at ourselves, we do have the helmet on still. I want to change that setting. Gameplay. I want to hide mine. And I'm going to turn theirs always off. So now if we look at it, yeah, now our long hair is flowing, baby. Okay. So let's take a look at the region here. All right, we're going to fast travel to the Sky Cutter because now we're kind of like just straight on to the Vox. Although we do still have the people on that are, being held and ready to transport up. Well, I don't know. Is there anything in this place? Sky Cutter? Is this where we're supposed to... Wait, wasn't this where we were... Let me take a look here. Saboteur's Paradise. Let's get in the north side of the island if you can bypass it right. He's given us... he can get us inside the Vox. All right, follow the Earth Director protocol. Right, okay. Overload the... That will overload the... Wait, what the hell is that doing? Okay, that'll overload... So she's wanting us to Overload the Vox Relay's exterior defenses. But this is just a side quest. Judging by the film of dust covering this plaque, it's been years since anyone's been by to read this. Felicitations. The steadfast subjects of Paradise Island can rely on antiquated power generation no longer. Today marks the completion of construction of the Protectorate's newest miracle, the Skycutter Power Plant. The Sovereign, in his infinite wisdom, single-handedly designed this revolutionary facility to power the whole of the island. With its elegant kineto-electric turbines turned by not more than the unilateral winds of Eden and the newly installed subterranean electrical transference network connecting Fairfield, West Point, and the all-important Vox Relay, this facility shall no doubt stand the test of time and continue to function beyond perfect for years to come. It sounds like something around here is growly. Or is that just the creaking of, you know... Strategic target. Skycutter Power Facility A-102. Brief. Protectorate Cadre 618 is to infiltrate the Skycutter Power Facility with special clearance granted via Commander Montali. Cadre is to secure the tower and implement defense fortifications, trappings, and facility scuttling charges. Some amount of repair work is expected due to Skycutter's period of menial upkeep. Accordingly, Warden Engineer Juan has been assigned to the cadre. Missions shall be audio recorded due to lack of Protectorate combat scribe presence. Cadre's primary goal is to send a power overcharge to the traitorous stronghold of Fairfield, thereby neutralizing its defenses and killing scores of turncoats. The Skycutter must be secured to prevent enemy capture or countercharge being used against the Vox Relay, which cannot currently be separated from the Skycutter power network. Cadre shall not fail. Remember, you bleed for the Sovereign. Right, so they sent in their own team to try and, like...
Standing by with life support.
Captain, have we truly certified that all in our midst are suited for this mission? It would be most disheartening were any of us to bear reservations.
If you take issue with my presence, speak plainly. My loved one's deeds bear no influence on my own.
Your loved ones, Juan? Once a loved one of mine became a traitor, I would no longer refer to them thusly. Unless you still harbor feelings.
Seen these before. It's a Protectorate vestige, which means none of their troops made it out alive.
Move out!
If we want in, we'll need to gather all their armorial IDs.
The diagram of the Skycutter is circled in multiple places with annotations on either side. Several of these stand out to you. A circled section towards the bottom, entry point, logistics, power routing, support systems, disused offices, good fortification point, but not terribly useful at present. In the center is a long, tall section. Main shaft and elevator may be damaged. Imaging detected anti-choice bombs or drop pods of some sort landing in this area. Structural integrity seems to hold, and unilateral wind turbines continue to function within acceptable parameters. Nonetheless, path on top of tower may be complicated. The last annotation portion is a small, narrow section at the tower's apex. It reads, control apparatus needs to be manually activated due for safeguard reasons. Goal. Beneath it is a small annotation note, status indeterminate. May the monarch let us find this undamaged. Right, well, we do have the ID. Okay. So, right, inserting it results in a click. It is clear that each slot will require its own ID. All right. So, basically, if we find all of their bodies, we should be able to... If we find all of their bodies, we should be able to open that and get the goodies inside. Alright, something like, yeah. Alright, they also gave us an auto dock, which is concerning. Alright. So what's up here? Scrap metal. Got a arm. Cool. Stuff that we can, you know, break down. That's nice. I don't like that flashing light, that flashing red light up there.
Yeah.
Armed and ready. Commander, you're bleeding.
Yeah, thanks. Jesus, baby. All right. Go back here. Crank up our health. realize there was that many people around, but all right. I mean, we're a good we're a good balance. We can sneak, we can fight, we can take a lot of shit.
I'd heard tale of those war-bred monstrosities, but this facility is overrun. We must pull back. Return with no less than a support battery.
Wardens do not retreat, nor take any ignoble action. I shall excuse your cowardice by way of shock. Whether we are destined to succeed or die, we shall do what is required of us. We will not falter. Marchand, make a duplicate of our field recording, in the event we don't survive.
Scope shock machine gun. All right, cool. I think that's our first actual, like, scoped weapon, isn't it? Oh, wow. Okay. You see, a shock weapon will be good against robots. You gotta be able to kill the robots. Alright, some foil, some vitamins. So yeah, apparently the Protectorate is so insane that they're like, no, we do not back down. We march forward, even if it is to our death. All right, let's...
Time to earn my commission.
Ready if you need a house call.
Emergency protocols ready.
We'll take that venom sac, thank you. So yeah. Oh, they were laying eggs. That's great. Oh my god, what the fuck is all that? I mean, besides, like, you know, bad for anybody who you know, is kind of like, you know, afraid of like heights and stuff. Just random machinery, just. All right, we see blood. We saw like scrapings of blood and stuff. So where did they go? These are boot prints. Oh, hi, Valerie. All right. All right, so at least one person came over here and up the ladder. I'm not sure if we should, like, leave those eggs or not. Maybe we should take the egg. Ooh, can we take the eggs with us? That would be super sweet. Then we could, like, birth and raise our own little raptoids. Nasty fighting creatures. All right. All right, so wait a second. Ooh. Breath of the Sovereign. Copper. I don't know what that is. Maybe like alcohol, I think. New pitch ball. +5 to maximum health. Awesome. Alright, so we've got 2 more bodies to find. Oh, come on. Oh, fuck you. Fuck you. Okay. Good. I was gonna say, I'm like, motherfucker, don't even be telling me I'm just like gonna fall to my death now. That goes like all the way up. I kind of want to see what's on this like middle ground. We may not be able to get to that one right now. Oh, we might be able to come up here and then drop down. Somebody took down a raptidon up here. It didn't end well for him, though. There's 4. Let's explore. Somebody left some smokes. can go up here. This, but doesn't look like there's anything up there. Nope. Restart lift.
Looks like we have a few hungry friends joining us. Keep your finger on the trigger. That wasn't so bad.
Lift malfunction detected. Please expect delays.
Yeah.
Waiting music. Error. Unable to access local region license. Please accept the following harmonic. Attention hostiles. Repeated attempts to devour the commander are strongly discouraged.
Alright, is the elevator about done? Okay, there we go.
The lift has arrived, and the threat of imminent death has subsided.
Well, that's good, isn't it? I mean, imminent death. Obviously, it wasn't that. Oh, okay. So can we go? So we can go down to 5, check out that level, and then we can go up. All right. So we were on 6, we need to go up to 7. All right. Everybody, get down. We'll ready our time dilation device. Yeah, I don't like the fact that they have +1 gadget energy meter max. All right. We seem to be in good health, but let's just you know, if they're gonna give us a healing spot, it's like, yeah, make use of the healing spot while you can. All right, out onto the roof. Huzzah! And a hey, nani. All right. Yeah, this doesn't look good.
This is one. I have suffered grievous wounds. At least one of my lungs meets the open air. LaRue fell swiftly. Screamed for me to help, but if I had remained to aid her, the mission would be at its end. The mission which is now doomed regardless. I arrived here to find the controls non-functional, Since my weapon delivers magnetically contained electric charges, I inserted it into a conduit hoping it would spring to life, but the Fairfield power controls have deteriorated. I wish I could admit relief that in my heart of hearts I wished my love to live, despite her traitorism. My darling, I am sorry.
Ow.
But were you here, I would use the last of my strength to slay you. Our feelings are not even a candle to the incandescent love of the Sovereign. Our blood, my blood, for the Protectorate. Signing off.
All right, so configure the panel to send a power surge. Yes. Referencing the schematics, you configure the control panel to send a power surge to the Fox relay. The control begins to hum ominously. Well, that should take care of their external weaponry. Now we can go back down to the first floor, pick up the box that we found there. All right, ground deck, going down. Fifth floor, haberdasher, ladies' underwear. All right. They all fit. A trauma kit and vestige datapad, Cadre 168. My darling Alex, if you're reading this message, I've fallen in the course of duty. Please do not mourn our destiny. Over the years, my cadre has borne a spotless record of mission success. A clear sign that we were ordained to arrive at this point. We fulfilled our role in society as we were ordered. There is no higher honor. My compatriots and I may be gone, but you and all of our loved ones shall persist to uphold the Protectorate. Take pride that we gave our lives in service to the Sovereign and, by extension, all of Arcadia. My love for you expands the entire universe. Ames. Money and a decryption key. All right. I will take that. Oh, right. It's upstairs. And upstairs again. This is the way out. All right, so we out. So yeah, I think we are like pretty much just centered around finishing off what's his butt? All right, so we'll go back, we'll talk to Carr, we'll turn in that mission, we'll go back to the ship, we'll pick up Niles, and that's where we're going to end for today, and we're going to be ready to progress and be like, yeah, we're going to try and save everybody. I mean, that's kind of what we've been doing. It's like, we're not like slaughtering people. We're not going in and slaughtering everybody in you know, Westport. Still wanted to say Westview. Ugh. But no, we're not going to slaughter everybody in Westport. We're not going to slaughter everybody in the Ark or anything like that. Hey, guess what?
Take care in the northern regions of the island. Fewer reports from scouts. Heightened degree of danger. Maybe that's something to look forward to. Loose your words. I'm listening.
I've completed what you wanted me to do with the Sky Cutter.
Sure, it'll aid your path into the box. Presuming you keep your nerve.
All right. So yeah, we're done there. We got our reward of experience. And we'll just pop into the inn. Here for Officer Carr, Auntie's brave acquisitions officer, bound for promotion after saving Fairfield. A tactical outsourcing is a thing of wonder, and blah, 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 blah. All right. Let's go ahead and save. We'll make a new full save here because, yeah, that's going to be where we're going to end for tonight. Oh. Let's give it a moment here because it's always a little... Why are you not actually doing the thing? Hello? You should be... All right, hang on a moment here. That's not the one that you're supposed to be going to. You're supposed to be going to here. And you're supposed to be... Okay, why did that... I don't know why that's not showing up. But anyway. As always, thank you guys very much for watching. If you liked the video, don't forget to hit the like button. If you're new here, don't forget to prod that subscribe button. If you want to be kept up to date to when we go live and stuff like that, make sure to ring the bell, but also check out the social media links down below. That's our Facebook page, Twitter account, Tumblr account, Blue Sky account, and the permanent invite for the Discord server. Also down there, as the top link, you will find a link to our Fourth Wall store where you can buy merch like the Outer Worlds themed Ollamh Productions hat, or the Suit Up Vault Dweller, we've got a Wasteland to Save laser rifle shirt that I just got today. So also later on in about 2 hours, we'll be back with Power Wash Simulator 2, and then at 8 p.m. Central Time, we'll be back tomorrow with the Outer Worlds 2. All that so that you can stay for more from Ollamh Productions. Cheerio!